Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. I was watching Screenrant's video about 5 superhero shows cancelled for the dumbest reason, and I could not help but feel that at least some information was missing. So I thought I could make a video to fill in the missing information. I don't usually do this, but we had a great weekend. We had the first weekend that is finally starting to feel like spring is here, so I thought let's have a bit of fun. I will put a link to the original video in the description down below. So let's get started. The first TV show they mention is The Flash, and this will be a quick one. I have nothing to add to what they said. So enough with this one, let's move on to the next one. The next TV show they mention is Green Lantern the Animated Series. They mentioned that it was cancelled because the toys weren't selling, and it's true, but it's as John Nash would say, it's incomplete. When DC made the Green Lantern movie, they were pushing Green Lantern really hard. Basically, for them, the Green Lantern movie was the start of their new DC cinematic universe, and they were really pushing Green Lantern a lot. So they worked really hard to convince retailer to order a whole bunch of Green Lantern merchandising from the movie. And it worked. The retailers, seeing how much confidence DC had in their Green Lantern movie, they ordered a truckload of Green Lantern merchandising. But sadly, as everyone knows by now, the Green Lantern movie was a bomb. There's no other words to describe it. And sadly, retailers ended up stuck with a truckload of Green Lantern merchandising that they just could not sell. They not only could they not sell it, they could not even give it away. So when the time came to order some Green Lantern merchandising from the Green Lantern TV show, the retailers were stuck with so much Green Lantern merchandising that they could not sell that they didn't order the Green Lantern merchandising for the TV show, which is why the merchandising didn't sell. And it is sad because the Green Lantern animated series was awesome. Sadly, one of the ways that productions actually make money is by selling toys. And too often, no toy sales, no TV show. That's sadly how it works. So yes, the toys didn't sell because the retailers did not order the toys because they were still stuck with a whole bunch of toys from the Green Lantern film, sadly. Then we have Wolverine and the X-Men. The reason mentioned in the video was financial oversight. Basically, they're saying that the producers could not get together the budget in order to be able to keep on producing the TV show. That might be in part true, but I doubt it is the main reason. We have to remember that at the time, Disney bought Marvel. And there's other TV shows that were also cancelled at the same time. There was Spectacular Spider-Man, which had awesome ratings, but still Marvel cancelled that show. The same with Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Basically, when Disney bought Marvel, Jeff Loeb became the head of Marvel TV shows, which meant also the head of the Marvel animated TV shows. Heck, Marvel even stopped producing the straight-to-DVD animated movies. So it would seem that when Disney purchased Marvel and put Jeff Loeb in charge of their TV division, they had other plans that did not include Spectacular Spider-Man, they had plans that did not include Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and in this case, they had plans that did not include Wolverine and the X-Men. It is possible that they could not put together the budget to keep on producing Wolverine and the X-Men, but the main reason, and most likely because Disney bought Marvel, and Disney had no plans to produce a Wolverine and the X-Men TV show. Next, we have The Incredible Hulk. I have no idea why this show was cancelled. It was all kinds of awesome. In the video, they mentioned that basically an executive at CBS decided to just cancel the show, and that doesn't surprise me one bit. Sadly, sometimes you will see successful TV shows and successful property gets cancelled for weird reasons. Sadly, sometimes executives will have their own agenda, which will not take into account one bit the success of a TV show. If they have a successful TV show that goes against one of the agendas that they have, you can be sure they're going to cancel the TV show despite it being successful. So again, I truly don't have any idea why The Incredible Hulk was cancelled. So I don't really have anything to add in this case. And last but not least, we have Batman Beyond. I've already made a video about the history of Batman Beyond. I will put the link in the description down below. But basically, there's two reasons. There's a few reasons actually why Batman Beyond was cancelled. The Screenrant video says that it was cancelled basically because the creative team, basically the team led by Bruce Timm, were so successful that they were offered to do a Justice League TV show, and then they had to choose between Justice League and Batman Beyond. That's not exactly what happened. It was more a mixture of a handful of things that contributed to that. Because when it comes to the Justice League, the Bruce Timm team had been trying to develop a Justice League TV show for quite some time. And when they did get the green light to actually produce a Justice League TV show, they were supposed to still produce Batman Beyond TV shows as well. But sadly, there's a couple of reasons why they ended up not doing that. In the end, what they ended up doing was they ended up making the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker straight-to-DVD movie. But originally, they were still supposed to produce Batman Beyond TV shows. But there's a couple of reasons why they pretty much didn't do that. There's basically two ways that animated TV shows can make some money. The first way is by selling merchandising, which we talked a bit with the Green Lantern TV show, but we're going to talk a bit more here. And the second way is by selling advertising to toy companies. And sadly, despite critical success, despite having good ratings, the Batman Beyond toys were not selling. I guess at the time, people were still stuck to thinking of Batman as Bruce Wayne. So whenever it came the time to purchase Batman toys, people would decide to purchase toys from the real Batman as opposed to toys from Batfake, as the Joker would call Batman Beyond, in the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker animated film. And the second way that animated TV shows make money is by selling advertising. And usually animated TV shows are seen as kids' entertainment, so they're going to try to sell advertising to toy companies. And sadly, the audience that was watching Batman Beyond was actually a slightly older audience. So it's kind of hard to sell advertising to toy companies when they look at your numbers and they see that your main audience is actually older people as opposed to the young kid crowds that toy companies want to target with their merchandising. Which, ironically enough, is why they made Batman Beyond to begin with. The basic idea was to give younger audience a young Batman that they could identify with, and then obviously purchase the toys and all the merchandising of that new, younger Batman. But, as often happens, it's actually an older audience that enjoyed the Batman Beyond, which pretty much made it impossible to sell advertising to toy companies who want to actually target a younger audience. Young Justice had a similar problem a few years later, sadly. So yes, the team that Bruce Timm was leading did move on to produce a Justice League TV show, but that's not really why they stopped making the Batman Beyond animated series. Basically, the merchandising wasn't really selling very well, and they didn't attract the younger crowd they thought they would attract with that show, so they had a hard time selling advertising to toy companies, because they had a hard time reaching the audience that the toy companies wanted to target with their advertising. And that's pretty much it for our addition to 5 superhero shows cancelled for the dumbest reason. So I hope you guys had a bit of fun. It was fun to do, and it was a nice change of pace from the videos that I usually make. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.